Say yeah!
Okay, there we go. So yeah, from Naomi's Amazing to like the exact opposite thing. I'll turn myself up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so yeah, hi, what's up? Today I need to hold on a second. I gotta move something. I'm very, very good at this and a super professional streamer person. Alright, yeah, I think that's everything. Everything's on the right screen now. Alright, let's go. Okay. So yeah, hi. Today I'm gonna be working on hacking Worldwide Wrestling. Because in talking about a game that just finished running and like expectations toward it for it, I guess, I ended up thinking more about like wrestling in general. And why aren't you? Oh my god, I gotta all my proud southern people that be ready to fight, sir. Girl, we go hard all day, all night. All my proud southern people that be ready to fight. Okay, so, in talking about the roleplay Worldwide Wrestling one-shot, I started thinking a little bit more about like, what is Worldwide Wrestling as a base game not really capable of handling? And for the most part, it's like the backstage stuff. So like backstage politics and like this is going to be really confusing for anyone that doesn't know as much about wrestling. But heat, especially backstage heat. Alright, so in wrestling there's this whole thing where like, I mean, they're your coworkers. They're the people you see every single day, like up and down the roads, in cars with you, on planes going to foreign countries, everywhere. You can't really separate yourself from the people that you work with because your work is so closely related that it's just not possible. But basically I was trying to figure out like what in Worldwide Wrestling can actually handle this. There's stuff for going on road trips. It's the road. Well, not road trips, but like the driving part of going from city to city. Like, that's fine. You've got that. It's totally handled. Let's see. In the car. The travel partners. Like, that's totally a move. It's fine. But what about just, like, hanging out and catering? If, like, the promotion that, like, you're playing through has catering. Or, like, going out for burgers, because who doesn't love going out for burgers? And I wanted something to be able to handle that. Like, is there the one guy that everyone just like doesn't really work with or want to hang with after work? Is there the guy that you don't invite out for beer? And like, does he take that out in the ring? Or they. I should say they, because this could be anyone. I'm just referencing a particular wrestler. Actual wrestler. So yeah, that move doesn't have a name yet, but I'm calling it Actual Heat, but it needs a different name because heat is a thing. Mechanic. Already. But basically this move is something between heat and stroke, which is supposed to be, you look in the supplement to Worldwide Wrestling International Incident, it's basically, this is backstage politicking, but I realize that if I have something between this and Heat, I do need to change the way that backstage politics works. Like, it can't just be something that you can have or can get. And it's like doing backstage politicking will give you lowercase Heat, but also Heat will allow you to do backstage politicking. It's weird, and wrestling is weird. This is actually something that I like, boosting stroke, where you can spend it on a 2-for-1 basis for that scene. It's not really a segment, because usually this stuff happens completely off camera. And actually a lot of the moves that I've been writing, the hacks I've been making, are things that happen completely off camera, and that in theory the audience will never know unless someone spills the beans, which is also a move that you can use when you're at the bottom of the card. Like, let's see, I think I need to change this slightly. So it's when at one audience or less, you can roll 2d6. So basically, let's see. Well, there is a game called Worldwide Wrestling. Do I have a move for Waffle House fights? Currently, no, but it can be added in. Anyway, there is a tabletop game called Worldwide Wrestling where you roll dice and play wrestling, basically. So anyway, let's go back up to new moves and mechanics, because I have to write out this new, like, lowercase Heat, but it needs a different name because that's how it works. Alright, yeah, it's D&D in the sense that a Kleenex is a tissue. Alright, so when you work with the same people, Dale, up and down the roads, planes and trains, and actually the Twitch admins are quite nice. And some of them are my friends. I have told them how I felt about, like, not having a broader tabletop category, but it's whatever. I think you need to find your chill or go. So you can choose, or I can choose for you. Have a good day. As the immortal Mick Foley would say. Planes and trains and automobiles. You learn that you don't find your chill. Alright, so you learn that you don't always like them. few ways you can deal with that. You can simply let it roll off your back, or you can let the how do I want to say this? You can let the little or big things get to you till you decide to handle things in the ring. Whatever this mechanic is called is I don't want to say vague, but basically it's a vague way of keeping track of your relationships. Your relationships outside of the ring specifically. Whereas heat is for, like, how well you work together and can get past whatever this mechanic ends up getting called in the ring. So when everyone's watching, how well can you handle things? I think I'm just gonna call it a measure of your with your fellow wrestlers. Whoops, you're not being wrestlers. Goes to uppercase heat, which is so uppercase heat for when you work together in the ring. Alright, so how do I want to explain it? Because there is a stroke isn't quite it. He is closer to HX history in Apocalypse World than it is to what I'm going for, which is more like, hold on, I can bring up a PDF. Let's move this over here. What I'm going for is, oh god, oh fuck, more like factions and Blades in the Dark. So let's open that so we can reference it too. I don't remember, John, did you? Okay, you did it, kind of. Faction status. Oh god, too much scroll. Too much scrolling? Okay, so here we go. This is what we want to look at. So basically what I want to recreate is faction status levels in Blades, but for individual wrestlers. And then that will help me roll it into the actual wrestling faction stables. I'm gonna rename the stables. So I think stables better encompasses what I want to do with this. Anyway, this is where I want to be. Let's see, so I guess at the start of play, I guess there'd be a list of questions, or like two or three questions, I guess. No. So during only one space because that makes more sense. During, I think it's still called character creation in Worldwide Wrestling. Let's see, let's double check. Also double check into all four. Creating your gimmick. When creating your gimmick, and after determining the go around the table, going up more time, and each answer these three. I'm gonna put that in square quotes because I don't know if it's actually three questions. So let's take a look at what Blades does. For, let's see, crew creation. We want to look at favorite contact upgrades. Oh, there we go. One faction helped you get an upgrade. Take +1 status with them, or spend 1 coin for +2 status instead. One faction was harmed when you got an upgrade. Okay. So first, let's go with determine the following. Alright, so first thing, I have worked with or heard valid rumors about blank that make me think a little more highly of them than I may have before. Take +1 mechanic. Burp. There we go. And then oh wait, and also I want to detail this relationship further. What did I learn about? I'm actually going to go with a semicolon because I like semicolons. So then what I guess would be the negative thing? What could you hear that would make you not want to like work with someone at all, ever? Like, so blank has, basically I want to say like blank has pissed me off for something others may consider fairly minor. Oh, there we go. And I don't tolerate it. Unless I absolutely have to. I can work with them, but prefer not to. Take -1 mechanic. Detail this behavior. Just what is it that grinds my gears? Alright. Let's yeah, we're gonna go 2 spaces, 2 spaces. Just because I don't have enough room to work. I need to have proper spacing. There we go. Spacing. I have so many fucking moves. Oops. There we go. Okay. So what is this, what advantage is this going to give? Is it just going to color the fiction, which is what I think I want to lean towards doing? Or is it going to be like an actual like thing? A thing where you have to like think and care about it and you get advantages and disadvantages for it? Like, oh gosh, you could be in a tag team and quietly hate your partner, which I think would eventually play out. So I guess it's at plus, we'll go with 3 because I think 3 is good. At +3 mechanic. Creative may see the chemistry to have on camera, make moves, or whoa, not on camera, and make moves to put you together in the ring. This may mean a feud, forming a tag team or stable, or oh, even one of you making a heal attribute uppercase heal or face turn. At -3, mechanic. Creative. Right. 1, 2. Channel those very real emotions into a new storyline that have you see more of each other. They may keep you as far apart as they can. Alright, that's totally in the space for the element. Okay. Alright, so let's look over this Magoo. Wow, let's look over this move. I'm gonna move this down a little bit. Okay, so it got really dark in my room really fast. No, I'm still good. I'm alright. Look. I'm gonna assume that you can mostly see me. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So, thank you, Kat, for being helpful. Alright, so let's read over actual heat, but it needs a different name because heat is a mechanic already. And I think I'm gonna have to just make up a name. So something like rep or status or something that'll lead you into thinking about backstage politicking. So when you work with the same people day in and day out, up and down the roads and planes and trains and automobiles, you learn that you don't always like them. There's a few ways you can deal with that. You can simply let it roll off your back, or you can let the little or big things get to you until you decide to handle things in the ring. Mechanic. Let's just reduce that down to mechanic. Is a measure of your relationships with your fellow wrestlers when you're not being wrestlers, as opposed to heat for when you're working together in the ring. So in theory, you could have very low, -2 or -3 of this mechanic with someone while having 4 heat with them, which will give you more audience. Which, I mean, is basically creative being like, see, this works, putting immortal enemies together in a thing where they have to trust each other to not hurt. Oh my god. I can't even make these words come out of my mouth. Ugh. So yeah. When creating your gimmick and after determining heat, go around the table one more time and determine the following. I have worked with or heard valid rumors about blank that made me think a little more highly of them than I may have before. Take +1 mechanic. Detail this relationship further. What did I learn about them? I think I can take out the detail. The detail parts. That's unnecessary words. So, then we have blank has pissed me off with their behavior, and I don't tolerate it unless I absolutely have to. I can work with them, but prefer not to. And I never invite them out. Take -1 mechanic. What is it that grinds my gears? So basically, it's you figuring out, like, something that World Wide Wrestling does, but doesn't, or didn't, the base game didn't really tackle, was like, what do you do when you're not being a wrestler? The Road and International Incident both do more to handle that. But yeah, I wanna dive into this a bit more. Come on, go back into, there we go. There. I have so many things open right now. Yeah, hi. We stay. Hi. So yeah, that is mechanic. And then backstage politicking. I think I might be able to just say that when oh wait, I know how I can tie this into matches. I think I might. I'm gonna leave myself a note here. Consider using this as hold. Positive. That might be. No, it's not how you doing. It's just how you do. How do. Because I don't know how do. I don't know how to do anything. Ooh, I can get rid of this line. Because I think I've got it in now. It makes sense. Consider using this as hold if positive. Or to maybe a +1 to taking care of your problems. And by taking care of your problems, I mean hurting the other person. I don't want to channel Enzo. Enzo is either the best or the actual worst at backstage politics. So yeah. Let's hold matches. So basically it would be a thing that you're like, hey, we've got this like positive rapport, maybe we like work out together and train together. Which yeah, that could be very positive. So now you've got like this thing. So yeah, by the way, the road is a really cool supplement, and if you're gonna play Worldwide Wrestling as like a campaign, definitely look into using the road. Do. Ba, 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 ba. Also, I really like that this is a thing. So yeah, moves on the road. Yeah, that's not gonna help me with backstage politing. That's basically stroke. But I don't entirely like where it is right now. I want some of the things that you do to like count towards it. So we're gonna list what helps and what hinders the gender. Don't hinder gender. So the things that help. Sticking with booking, popularity, card position, because I did add a mechanic for like top, mid, and bottom of the card, which all let you do things in the fiction. Like, here we go. You can make up a whole new type of match. Like, you could pull a Dean Ambrose and have an Asylum match, or like Bray Wyatt had. And I still haven't watched that. Bray Wyatt's weird match with Randy Orton that didn't actually go over very well. I mean, it kind of did, but it kind of also didn't. Or like the match that I think was a lot better. It was the Wyatts versus the New Day in a swamp, and it was just this really cool, really weird cut together like promo package thing, but it was a match. That was good. That would basically be, hey, New Day going, hey, so we're in this feud with the Wyatts, let's have this thing. Let's just try this thing and see where it goes. So the mid-card move is basically put yourself like in the title picture, get a better storyline, revamp your current gimmick by getting yourself put in a key match. So that would be like if you watched the roleplay one-shot that was just on. That would be like at the end when Elf comes back and she's death metal instead of 11. That would be a mid-card going well. That would be the mid-card like revamp my gimmick move. And then bottom of the card is basically blackmail. It's blackmailing the company. Let's see. That one's actually also inspired by real wrestling events. And I still need to write a good social media move. I haven't figured it out yet, but I think I might work on that soon after the backstage politicking, because those two I think will really work together. Let's see. So doing things that bring the company or business. And then what hinders? What hinders gender? Aside from Randy Orton. I'm not your enemy. Well, I mean, basically making your own booking. Whoops, where am I even typing? Whoops. So changing booking during a match. And not once, because once is just like, it's basically going, hey, look at me. Changing it repeatedly because it's like, well, I don't want to lose. That would be a thing. So I think basically this is the above mechanic, but with regards to creative slash the promotion slash your actual bosses. So like whoever is paying you to be a wrestler, this is your rapport, whatever, with them. Getting into legal and otherwise. Wow. You guys probably can't hear this, but Paige's theme song just came on. And yeah. That's timely. See. What else would be getting into like legal and otherwise trouble? Having negative mechanic with more than, I don't want to say more than half. Yeah, more than half other wrestlers use. So how do I wanna with a choice use, and I think they just call it player wrestlers. So non-player wrestlers and player wrestlers. So yeah, basically if people just straight up don't like you, then that could hinder you. And card position. People are less likely to listen to you if you're at the bottom of the card. see. What does this give? So what can you do? Probably change the match outcome properly, basically. So basically it's like going and saying, hey, wouldn't it be a lot better if I were the one to win this match instead of my opponent being the one to win this match? I mean, look at all that I do and look at what they do. And then I guess you'd roll for it, because, I mean, you should roll for everything. Rolling is what makes things fun. Doom, doom, doom. Alright, I don't want to say change your card position, but like, oh gosh, if you could probably like break up tag teams and stables if you really wanted to. To reconsider a storylines intended end. So basically you change the outcome of a feud. Push another. And push another wrestler. And that would basically be like, hey, I'm gonna take this person under my wing. And they're my new wrestle child. I want to get like 5 things that you can do with this. So change match outcome, get creative to change the outcome of a feud or storyline. Yeah, let's make that less verbose. Push another wrestler. I'm probably getting harder and harder to see. No, I'm still good. Okay. So what are 2 more things that you could do? At least 1, but preferably 2. So I can cut it down if I need to. So, determines mod for roll. So good to see ya. You soft. You need to take it easy, you soft. SAWFT, soft. Yeah, I mean, it's on Cat, and it's very, very catchy and well written. It's like pop song well written. Wrestlers is stroke equal to their current audience. Whenever you have a backstage or something, so you want to use your stroke to turn the situation in your favor. Yeah, this is very, very focused on the individual. And I want something that reflects, like, everything that you've done. So, allow for Yeah, allow for a shoot fight to settle differences from mechanic. So, booking change, storyline change. Ooh, that's interesting. Establishing a new relationship. I think I am gonna leave this. This is basically a reimagining of how to determine stroke. Because I do actually like stroke. I don't like how you get there. Because it's basically like, I want you to be able, like, even if you're the lowest rank, you could have the shoot fight against the monster and be booked to win. I'm just gonna put an etc there. So I think I like it. So it's basically stroke determined like an engagement for blades, which I think that's kind of cool. I think it's actually getting harder to see me. So it's been almost an hour. I'm gonna take a look at my social media moves so far. Which is basically, I know that social media needs some, let's look at the one from the road, because basically that was what I ended up writing. Here we go. When you share something you find personally meaningful with the internet, role plus audience. If you would normally replace audience with another stat, you may do so online as well. On a 10 plus, it connects. You count as having +1 audience at the top of the next episode, and you start with the momentum for that audience rating. This takes you to 4 plus. You take the top spot and make the over move. Go back to your normal audience after creative checks for the audience reset. Which is basically after every episode, you like check where your audience is, blah blah blah. Creative, like your GM prep is considering audience, etc., etc. You make sure that everyone's still the same, whether they've changed due to like things it matches, that sort of thing. On a 7 and 9, your true fans love it. Gain +1 momentum and pick one. It didn't really fit your character. Gain another +1 momentum and lose -1 heat from your main feud. It makes someone else look good and they also gain 1 momentum. It exposes you to ridicule inside or outside your promotion. Creative books you in a match designed to mess with you. Which I don't really like, but it does make sense in the context of wrestling. Like, punitive matches are actually a thing. So I think what I'm gonna do is make the new promo move, cut a promo move, which is, let's look at my new cut a promo move. I've totally already done this before, but then I go back over it. You've got words or something close enough to them. You've got to use them to advance your career and be seen as more than just a brawler. When you try to communicate with the audience outside of a match, pick a stat that reflects how you want to convey your message and roll plus stat. Rolling with luck, yeah, no, outside of a match. Well, no, just when you try to communicate with the audience, because you can still kind of promo in a match. So when you try to communicate with the audience, pick a stat that reflects how you want to convey your message, and roll plus stat. Rolling with luck relies on your words and gimmick. Power relies on your strength more than anything, reminding everyone that you could break them in half. Real brings some truth into your promo, but isn't break kayfabe. Just little crumbs instead of the whole cake. So I really love this promo. I'm pretty sure pretty much no one ever remembers it, but Cody Rhodes as Stardust during like WrestleMania 32 cut a promo that was backstage and was only on WWE.com after being in the ladder match for the Intercontinental title, after losing in the ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Was basically like, I have to cut the fat, which was him promoting and saying more or less, I want to lose the character Stardust. It was really, really interesting, and nothing became of it. He botched on that role. Work is a reminder of your technical prowess in and around the ring. So on a 10+, you connect with the audience and they connect with you. The message is perfectly clear and creative and may look at you with new eyes. Pick 2 from the list below. Add a stipulation to a match. Push creative to book you in a certain match. So book you in a match against your choice of opponent. Gain 1 momentum, 1 heat, or 1 forward later to work the audience if you relate it back to your promo. On a 7 to 9, something didn't quite get through. Maybe the words you used went over their head, maybe a cut to or from commercial interrupted you, maybe you were just misunderstood. Pick 1 from the 10+ list and 1 from the botch list. On a botch, your entire point is missed by the majority of the crowd, and you lose them. Sometimes there's just no helping it. Choose 1 from the list below, take -1 forward in your next match. You hurt yourself by going to extremes to prove your point. Take +1 injury, creative needs a word with you, and you miss the next event. Someone cuts you off mid-promo and gains +1 forward to their own, starting a feud, which might end up working in your favor. Which I think is kind of cool, like you fucked up, but basically someone helped you out. Your promo gets turned into a meme, which has happened before. Take -1 forward next time you work the audience. If you want to see some really, really good wrestling promos, look at The Miz. The Miz is absolutely amazing on the mic. Anyway, I think I'm just going to rewrite this move as a whole for social media presence. So it's like, if you were rolling power, it would be like you posting to Instagram, like just a video of you lifting a ridiculous amount of weight like it's nothing. And just quick going through a rep. And like 30 seconds of that video. That makes me tired just saying it. Look would be, maybe you legitimately like cut a short promo. Maybe you have like a long like thread that's just like you completely in character cutting a promo in a tweet. Work, since that's supposed to be about like your technical prowess, if you're relating it to social media, it's basically like you being able to succeed as a wrestler. I think I'm gonna need to look at, there's a thing in here. that talks more about like what the stats actually are. I think it's, yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's this one. Work is your ability to tell a story in Ring. Real would be like, there have been a couple of times where Kevin Owens is really good at this, and so is Neville. Neville, ever since he's turned heel and become Cruiserweight Champion, is really, really good at what I want this social media move to be. But anyway, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna drink some water first. I will be back in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna look some more at the social media move and figure out exactly what we want to do. In fact, before I go, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to not fuck up copying. There we go. Boom. Alright. Do. Did I put it in the right place? I don't think I did. Wait, Jose. No, wait, Jose. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yep, it's in there. Okay. Okay. So, social media move. That is what we're working on next. Alright. Give me like 5 minutes, or maybe a little more. We're gonna go with like 10 minutes this time. And I will be back. Listen to some super good, super chill, well, not super chill, not chill at all. We're gonna listen to some wrestle tunes. Let's go.
understand, they talk to me. You got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior, hates to love and loves to hate. I have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to your fate. I hear voices crying, I see heroes dying, I taste blood that's trying, I feel tension rising. I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
There we go, and we're back. So, let's work on the social media move, which so far I know that it's pretty based on the promo move. It's basically going to be doing a promo, cutting a promo online. So I think so I think for this one, on a 10 plus, manage to condense message into, whoops, 30 seconds of, that's not how that works, 30 seconds of the thing everyone knows is 140 characters, so 140 seconds, 140 characters or 30 seconds of video. Or even a live impromptu broadcast. Because streaming is totally a thing. There's wrestlers that stream. Like Austin Creed, aka Xavier Woods from New Day, streams. Leva Bates streams. I know that a couple of wrestlers, like Naomi, who's the current SmackDown Live Women's Champ, and Natalya, have both done Periscope. I think AJ Styles did a Periscope like once. And then like Minoru Suzuki, I get near constant at very weird hours. Minoru Suzuki in New Japan does a lot of like live video on Instagram. So I think I am gonna do the two of the following. So, push creative to look you in. Here with push creator to book you in a feud with someone new, because I want these to feel bigger. You know what? Because I do like in the road. Let me just double check it. Yeah, you roll with audience and you gain audience. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh Okay, I should probably turn this down a little bit. Well, let's see. Yeah, I think this is actually at mutable volume. Let's turn this down a little. Okay, maybe it won't get muted. Okay, let's see. So I think this one's gonna be a lot of me staring at the screen. So I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna write the social media move tonight, but I'm going to move on. Oh yeah, work the media circuit. When you hype an upcoming show without denying the reality of wrestling, cut a promo. Even if the event isn't live, you can spend one momentum to do another take. Reroll the dice. I think moments are possible outside of the ring, whether you're utterly derailing a rumor by coming out of the closet as Darren Young did in 2013, or attacking someone. You've heard of what I have never heard of what Jerry Lawler did to Andy Kaufman on Letterman, because I really fucking hate Jerry Lawler. Though I do kind of have something that covers that with one night only / special appearances. I think I'm gonna go with one night only. So it's you make an appearance anywhere but your home promotion, such as podcasts, local radio, and TV, or other promotions. Roll plus audience. On a 10 plus, you have a very good night and even gain a few more fans. Gain plus one audience. On a 7 to 9, you build some good backstage relationships you can keep in your pocket for later, but not much else. I haven't decided what that actually gives you. On a botch, you really muck this whole thing up somehow. So I think, let me add that to my to-do list. Because you can still do the work the media circuit with my new cut a promo move. And I think all of these work with mythic moments. Like, I think it all still works. Anyway, what I was gonna do, because I'm gonna write this social media move off stream, just so no one has to see me like thinking really hard and checking Twitter and like searching Twitter, and that's all nothing anyone needs to see. Alright, let's... Oh, it's the very next hack. Blades in the dark. So basically, my blades hack is gonna be an academic setting. All the factions can stay the same, but I'm going to add in new ones. So instead of factions, this should say, wow, hiccup. This should say new factions. So basically, your crew is a Mean Girls clique, but if Mean Girls had taken place in the high school from the faculty, and also like Hellboy might be involved somehow. I did watch Mean Girls and the Faculty. I've seen The Covenant and the Craft both recently enough that I mostly remember them, and I can like muddle them enough in my brain enough to just be like, yeah, that happened. But the whole basic idea is college gothic. Like, you want to do all this like research, but also you're trying desperately not to fail, because if you fail, you may become the next experiment for the faculty. You could just disappear. You could just not be there anymore. And then maybe your ghost will haunt, but maybe you'll be turned into like steampunk Roomba. So yeah, that's my Blades in the Dark hack. I'm gonna be working on it pretty soon. I'm gonna need to like sit here and write out the like scenario in words that aren't Mean Girls meets the faculty with college gothic aesthetics. And this is gonna be a little bit more like lighthearted and silly than your standard Blades game, but I think it'll still work. Let's actually keep going through all of my hacks. Monster Hearts Sparrow Green, I haven't had a chance to play through yet, but this is basically done. I've made some like very minor changes that are mostly like corrections to my own typing. Dungeon World Modern, I still have to figure out exactly how much I'm doing and what I'm doing, because it might be a lot bigger than I thought. Which is probably most things. But Apocalypse World Into the Badlands, which I might just shorten to the Badlands. It's still heavily inspired by Into the Badlands, but I think for this, what I'm gonna need to do is file off the serial numbers. So these are all my notes about Into the Badlands. I'm going to make it a lot less gendered than the show was. For one, I have to figure out new weaponless fighting styles, which is basically one, you're gonna have two new, like at minimum, you're gonna have two new weapons, which are your fists and your feet. Like leg-based and fist-based weaponry. And then fighting styles that will amplify those. So it's like trained fist, untrained fists, trained feet, untrained feet. Like what are you hitting with? Stars Without Number is also pretty much done, except now I have examples. Dungeons and Dragons is one that I'm still working on. I still haven't figured out, like, there are so many problems that I have with alignment in Dungeons and Dragons, but I haven't been able to come up with anything particularly better. So what I might have to do is just let go of the individual alignment thing and more revise like what alignment means and ways to play it that will play into the mechanics that I'm trying to introduce. But basically, my design goal is still the same. Better connect the fiction of D&D to its mechanics, and better marry the narrative to the action. Like what you're doing with the dice and what you're saying should come closer together. So if you're like, if on this piece of paper where your character sheet is, it says that you are like lawful neutral, and you're given the choice to break the law and help people out, and you want to be a better person. That's something you've been actively working towards. That's like I think that might be a thing that I wanna add in. Something I can add to inspiration. To consideration. Hack in EW style bits. And for anyone that doesn't know, Burning Wheel has these mechanics in it called beliefs, instincts, and traits. Not traits in D&D probably, but at least the beliefs and instincts. Just like essentially what I did with Stars Without Number, which you have 4. You have four things. Achievements are things that you've done in the past and can get added to during the game, but if you play them up or use them or let them be used against you in a session, you gain experience for it. Instincts are pretty much the same as they are in Burning Wheel. It's like a thing that is always true or never true, which is still always true but negatively so. Things that are always or never true, like I always sleep with a weapon under my pillow, always use my psychic powers as a show of force, always know somewhere nearby wherever you are in the sector, like just like as you're traveling, say, establish connections, or you could use it to say to the GM like, hey, I know someone here. I'm not gonna say if it's like a positive or a negative thing, but I know someone here. Drives are long-term goals, which I think are really, really good in Stars Without Number. The problem just becomes like you have all of these long-term goals and you can't usually like get in the short-term ones. So I broke them up. Basically you have long-term drives and short-term goals. So yeah, I think I might introduce something like that into Dungeon World. Or not Dungeon World, Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeon World is fine. I don't need to hack that. I just want to make a modern version so that you can explore like Wabash, which is a really, really like cool and weird part of Chicago that's like half underground, half not. If you've seen The Dark Knight and like The Dark Knight Rises, both of those were shot a lot in Chicago, and that tunnel scene is Wabash. It's the Wabash tunnels. And then the hack that came from the Kickstarter itself, that's all I'm paying for. Pathfinder castle ownership and home enchantments, which I haven't decided exactly what I want to do because I haven't read over the rules for it yet. But soon. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. Oh, I can show the stuff that I've been working on for Misbehavin', because I've been like 2 weeks without streams. My Wednesdays are now playing Girl by Moonlight, which is a Blades in the Dark hack by Andrew Gillis. And it's about magical girls. It's really good. You should totally go give them money on Patreon. And they are actual factual on Patreon too. They're actual factual on Twitch and Commuting Curl on Twitter. Anyway, yeah, so what's been happening with Misbehavin'? Not a lot since the last time I got to stream, but like we've got some entanglements in right now. I've got to detail them all out. Got downtime stuff. I don't think I've written out a ton more than I have since last time. But yeah. There's some stuff. But yeah, for Misbehavin', I think the next thing that I'm gonna do is one, detail out these fucking entanglements and write some stuff about it. Detail out like what you can do, like what you can do with downtime, basically. I came up with names for them at least, so it's scare up some help. Personal enterprises, so like side stuff, long-term projects, that sort of thing. Recuperate, which is recover. get the heat off, which is reduce heat. Run the ropes is strain. Thank you to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, which has like a throwback engine basically, where you can find out like words that came into use within a certain year. Run the ropes came into use in 1920, like 1 or 2. Get your fix is indulge your vice. I really need to change this is how we do it. But let's see. Oh, I wrote out player goals and principles and GM goals and principles. One thing I do want to write out like more is the idea of hold on lightly, because not everyone's gonna have a copy of Blades in the Dark like on hand. GM actions I need to figure out, and I think I covered the do's and don'ts, but I will, like, Blades also has a section called do's and don'ts that's really, really good. It's like, do this, but don't do this. Like, it's basically very particular situations. Avoid bad habits, here it is. Like, don't call for a specific action roll. Don't make the PCs look incompetent. Don't overcomplicate things. Don't let planning get out of hand. Don't hold back what they earn. Don't say no, which is a really big thing. Like, it's less that you say no and more that, yeah, you can try this, but it's not going to have like an effect. It's going to be incredibly hard to do. You can do it if you take this devil's bargain. Like, that's a far, far better way to GM. And like, in general, these are really good GMing tips. Don't roll twice for the same thing is really big. Don't get caught up in minutia, which I feel like I should put emphasis on, especially in this game, because you're probably trying to like stick to the idea of the 1920s basically. So yeah, that's like it for the stream. I think I'm going to go like chill. Gonna do some work because I got some work stuff that I need to do. I'm gonna work some more, probably not on Misbehaving, but definitely, let's save just in case. I'm definitely going to be finishing out that social media move, detailing it more, figuring out like what things you can do and what you can't. But I do like the basic setup of on a 7 to 9 you pick a good thing and a bad thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chilling with me while I worked on some game design. If you want, you can follow me on like Twitter, follow me here. I'll be streaming, not tomorrow, because tomorrow is Battlegrounds.